I'm ready when you are.
Welcome to the Around the Ballpark podcast. Are you hearing the song? Now, welcome to the Around the Ballpark podcast. And not sure, there was a bit of a delay on my end. We apologize if it was a little bit of a delay on yours, but we are here, part of our 2025 summer movie preview series. And tonight and today, this morning, we're talking about How to Train Your Dragon, the live action movie. So the fourth installment, but it is the first live action in the series. So we're going to talk about it. But before we talk about it, let's hear from our friends over a word from our friends over at National Tax Solutions.
Palm Bay, Fort Pierce. Are tax problems weighing you down? Are you behind on filings, facing a lien? National Tax Solutions is here with expertise and dedication that you need. Their experienced team handles the IRS, so you do not have to. But don't just take our word for it. Listen to what some clients have had to say. Chris Bennett and his team turned a nightmare into peace of mind. They are sharp, they're honest, and they truly, truly care. So don't let tax stress take over your life. Call 855-627-4829. Visit NationalTaxSolutions.com or email info@nationaltaxsolutions.com today. National Tax Solutions, real help and real results.
Thank you, Darren. And I think that is a live picture of Christopher Bennett riding his dragon around right now. I believe he is live on scene now. But so thank you guys, Christopher Bennett and team. We appreciate you so very much. And we hope you're enjoying this series as much as we are. And so, guys, we're going to talk about this movie. It is a live action movie. If you're a fan of that, maybe you're not. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to get your thoughts. I'll do a quick synopsis here for you. It says, on the rugged Isle of Berk, where Vikings and dragons have been bitter enemies for generations, Hiccup stands apart. The inventive yet overlooked son of Chief Stoik and the vast Hiccup defies centuries of tradition, where he befriends Toothless, a night fury dragon. Their unlikely bond reveals the true nature of dragons, challenging the very foundations of Viking society. And there's a lot more, but I'm going to keep it brief there. So you get the point there, Darren. Have you seen any of the Train Your Dragon part 1 through 3?
Yes.
You have all 3, or are you caught up?
No, I saw 2 of the 3, and I thought the first one was exceptional.
Okay. So I have actually not seen this series yet. I think Aiden has, my son has, but so when I went into watching this trailer, of course, I was like, what in the world is going on? And so I've had to, before I see this movie in the summer, I'll have to do some research on my end. But so let me ask you your thoughts on live actions. I know we've talked about one in the past in the show, but what is your fear with this one? But what do you see that to make this one stand out above the rest?
The reason, now, I normally don't like them at all. I think remakes are lazy. This is my own personal opinion. I think remakes tend to be lazy, especially ones so close together. Sometimes there's a reason for it, like different movie studios rebooting people or subjects. But for example, this, especially the first one, all 3 are lovely, but the first one especially, the writing is so good that I feel that they may pull this off without giving anything away, because spoiler alert, for the next 1 minute, don't listen if you've never seen How to Train Your Dragon before. But the main character, Hiccup, loses his leg in battle. And I thought that was so courageous, because in the animation, because normally you don't see things like that in animation and cartoons. Can we still say cartoons? So
we are allowed, yes.
Yes. So I thought that was brilliant, and he just moves on, but loses a leg, but he moves on anyway. And I just hope they pull this off, because, I I worry because we've seen some recent ones that have been absolutely garbage.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, not in terms of the movie, but our esteemed panel of critics here on our channel. There's 5 of us: myself, Darren, Eileen, Aiden, and Dakota. We went ahead and previewed these movies, so you don't have to. No, but we previewed these movies. So this one got a 7 on my end, a 7 from Darren, an 8 from Aiden, a 10 from Dakota, and a 10 from Eileen. So our first movie that we've had so far with a 10, and 2 out of the 5 of the panel have given this movie a 10. So overall, that is a 9 rating, so very high. I hope here for Your Dragon. I hope it does really well. I think it's perfect. I think it's really kind of like that first. Or you have Finding Nemo, or Finding Nemo. What am I talking about? This is the second in the children movies, but we had Lilo and Stitch, or the appropriate title, Just Stitch, as we talked about on the other episode. It's really what it should be called because Lilo is nowhere to be found most of the time. But in this movie, How to Train Your Dragon live action, I think like Darren hit the nail on the head. Great writing. Even though I haven't seen the others, I can appreciate what they're doing here, and I do feel a little bit more optimistic than other live action movies. So I gave this one a 7 on my end. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. You're going to enjoy it. It's a summer movie right in the middle of June. And most places by then are on summer break. I know up north sometimes they're a little bit later into June, right? Something like that.
Oh yeah,
this is going to be a good one, and one that you'll be watching in theaters years to come, in like summer series or free movies. I love that theaters do that by you, like free summer movies, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, oh that's wonderful. Yeah, and that's wonderful for camps and for things like that too, which is excellent. Or just get the kids, into some air conditioning.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful thing.
What is your favorite type of, or if you had to pick like a movie in this realm, right? What would be your go-to because you go often to the theater, you watch a lot of movies. I think I saw your post that you've hit the 25 movie plateau recently, or you might have been sharing that.
I'm at 28 now. Yeah.
28 now. Interesting, because we're going to talk about tomorrow's video. We're going to talk about 28 years later. That's a segue. But what is your favorite movie in this realm?
So, it's very interesting. Does it really count as a animation to live action if there was 30 years apart? I thought that the original Narnia movie, the Lion, Witch, and the Wardrobe, was amazing. That was my favorite, and that was an animated movie in Europe, but it was made here by Walden Media, I believe, did it. The Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe was amazing, spectacular. But I am also the favorite movie. Does this count? My favorite movie of all time was Wizard of Oz.
Oh, of all time, really?
All time. Never seen a better movie in my life.
Have you been to the Yellow Brick Road? Have you gone down the Yellow Brick Road before?
It's so funny because you and I were raised not to follow anybody, so I can't follow the Yellow Brick Road. Bad joke. Thank you, kids, but tip your waiters and waitresses anyway.
Yes, show them support.
Yes.
Yeah, that would be. But yeah, no, I mean, I think, and I didn't even know when you mentioned the Wizard of Oz, I didn't realize the connection with Wicked and Wizard of Oz, until I was like, oh, okay. I sat through that. I think that's the last movie I saw in theaters when that came out. That's how long it's been. Not that it's been forever ago, but that's how long it's been. I was hoping this Memorial Day weekend I could get to the theater. I don't know if it's going to happen, but hopefully sooner than later. I'm happy.
I saw Mission Impossible today, by the way.
Today, yeah. So I'm going to watch your little video.
It was very good. Very good. By the way, awesome. We hit it right on the head about how good that was going to be.
About that, yeah. It's going to be cool to have that recap video and to see how right we were and stuff like that. So thank you guys. I hope you do see this movie. I hope you take everybody in the family to see this one. This is a thumbs up movie for sure. And again, our overall rating of this movie as a group was an 8. So hope you high 7, I should say. Thank you so much for watching this episode of the 2025 Summer Movie Preview Series. Turn those notifications on. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Share with friends, family, and your mailman. And we'll talk to you and see you around at the next episode. Until then, we'll see you around the ballpark.